Boom.
Cool. This is a great episode.
This is like
the best one we've had so far.
Yeah, I really lost it, though. I didn't know what question to ask you, but then I was like, how do you prepare?
All right, we are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to this special report of Beyond the Doughnut.
COVID-19 continues to outbreak, and wow, we have seen quite a lot of changes.
A lot of changes in the past few days.
In just the 2 days that we've been making these YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
This being day 3, and it's day 2 of the 15-day protocol for people to start social distancing. This is a protocol that Donald Trump put out that requests that people stop traveling and they stay put.
Only do the things that are most essential.
Yeah, the most essential. The northern Canada border closed today.
So that was mutually agreed upon between both governments.
Yep, our northern border is now closed, and FEMA's protocol lifted up to a level 1. So this is now looking like the pandemic that we've been describing. And not only that, but now I guess the overarching knowledge is now distributed. People are starting to receive the knowledge. We can see that even with our friends and family and people that we socialize with. But people are starting to realize we got something going on.
Yeah, this is actually a big deal, and we shouldn't be fearful, but we should all be using caution with what we're choosing to do.
Yes. So there's a public-private medical partnership that's going into effect. We're trying to figure out which resources we have. And with that being said, what can people know about what if they are worried that possibly they have COVID-19 at this time? What is our advice to those people who might be looking for reassurance?
Our advice is coming from the experts, which the number one most important thing, if you don't have any of the symptoms, do not go to a hospital or a doctor to get tested. The system is already being put to the test right now. More and more cases are being reported every single day, and they don't have time or the resources to test you if you have no symptoms. And those symptoms include a fever, a high fever, sometimes up to 103, a dry cough, a runny nose, and in some severe cases, difficulty breathing.
Okay, so if you don't have a fever, if you don't have these symptoms,
that includes a sore throat. I should put that out there too.
Try to continue to follow the protocol, washing your hands, social distancing. This also goes into surgeries as well, that we're not going to be doing any unnecessary surgical procedures. We're preserving medical equipment, and so that also means no elected surgeries. The VA put out a little bit of understanding that they are going to be helping with this pandemic. They're going to be helping us with resources. A couple of those resources that were confirmed by Donald Trump, that Mercy and Comfort, these two naval hospital ships, they're going to be coming off the coast. At least one of them is going to be the coast of California here. So
what we're seeing really is that we're starting to deploy every resource possible to not to mitigate this virus. So as these cases do continually become reported and more people get sick, as it has been predicted, we're using every resource possible to help those who are sick, and most importantly, help those who are most vulnerable to this virus.
yes.
And so that's us now incorporating the military into this in some ways. We're using every resource possible to help those who can get hurt the most from this.
Yes, and I'm really excited that we're able to give some of this knowledge out, and that we've been able to actually see responses. Me and Garrett have also received feedback that this is some of the first news source that people have used, and as we say that, our sources are backed by the CDC. We are fact-checking our information, which brings us to our facts and stats. Where are we at 72 hours after we started reporting?
So as of about a half hour ago when I checked all these things, Johns Hopkins University is reporting that worldwide there's 214,894 reported cases, 8,732 deaths from the virus. And something to be hopeful for, though, is that there's been 83,313 people who have recovered from the virus. In the United States and in California, this is from the New Yorker, in the U.S. there's 7,047 reported cases. and it's in all 50 states and a few different U.S. territories. So this has reached the span of the United States. In California, there's 722 cases that have been reported, and in San Diego, there has been 60 cases reported.
Wow, huge, and it really gets home. It really started hitting home yesterday evening. It's been hitting home the whole time. You know, it's since we first started talking about this 2 months ago, then realizing that now it's here, and now, you know, being able to kind of have a more public view of our conversations. I think yesterday when Orange County put themselves into an even heavier form of curfew, that's where I realized, wow, San Francisco's got their curfew, Orange County's got their curfew, Oceanside has already had their regulations, and we all know to not be traveling about for any social experiences. It's pretty much just for the necessary items. With that being said, I guess what do we need to prepare for?
I think it's time for a lot of people didn't prepare for this at all. From the conversations I heard from the weeks prior to this, and even some of the stuff I'm still seeing on my personal Instagram feed from people I know, these aren't just for people around the world, is that there's still a lot of people not taking this seriously because they think it's only going to be a week to 2 weeks. That's just not the reality of how these situations occur. This is the first time any of us have ever experienced a pandemic, especially with taking these type of measures that we are. And this is happening around the world. This is connecting us in a way that hasn't connected us outside of maybe a world war. And so to prepare yourself over the next few months, the big thing is to prepare yourself for a few months of this. I don't believe this is just going to blow over in 2 weeks. This is going to be a long process that we're all going to have to go through. And again, it's not a time to be fearful. It's a time to use caution to protect those who are most vulnerable from this virus.
Yeah, it's not time to go rush out and buy 2 truckloads of toilet paper. It's about getting those necessary supplies for the weeks ahead, but mentally preparing not just yourself, but your living areas, and just starting to get that understanding of what we're going through, guys. For me, it's been taking in the beach and the surf as much as I can while I'm still able to go to the beach, but that's going to be something that we're limiting ourselves to because travel will start to cease. We have a couple people in the field. We're going to go to Anna Slotala and then our friend SEREN, who you were hearing SEREN's music at the beginning of the show. Anna Slotala is a medical intuitive, and she is based out of Germany. She spent some time here in Oceanside. Anna, what's going on when it comes to the deep workings of the spiritual world, and how do you, as a medical intuitive, how do you interpret what's going on right now? Because there is so much of a vibrational change, and I'm sure you're feeling that as well in the energetic fields. Can you elaborate a little bit more on this for us?
Hello, California. This is Anna Slotala. I'm a medical intuitive and energy practitioner checking in from Germany, Europe. Thank you for reaching out, Matt. Thank you for reaching out, Beyond the Doughnut. Those are actually really great questions. So, being here as a medical intuitive and as an high empath, or call it starseed, I've been sensing lots of control issues going on within the energy. So as you guys might know, the German culture is all about being in control. We have great organizations, we have a health system, and everything's working out. So the Germans want to make everything right. It has to go a proper way, and it has to have a waterproof plan. So I've been sensing those energies around Christmas. That's when I came here, and it felt very, very heavy. So first of all, as an empath, obviously, you're not sure if that's your energy you're taking on or maybe something bigger. I know it is within the collective consciousness of Germany, but I wasn't really aware that there's something bigger coming. So it feels like a huge ascension that is taking place right now. So what happened the past following weeks is I've been sensing within myself lots of feelings that we're dealing with control. So it was all about the past couple weeks, been all about letting go things, letting go, I don't know, those conversations you might have over and over, those arguments you might have with someone, to release them, to release people from the past out of your energy. Obviously in a loving process, never in the blaming process, because what we see right now and what is very beautiful actually to watch is that people are holding together. It's like the whole world is standing still somehow, and though holding together. We are trying to support each other. We're actually not trying, we're supporting each other. We're sending each other information, we're sticking together, we're checking in on each other. We're learning, and as well, we're looking inside, what's going on? Why am I being triggered with that fear? So I've been sensing that a lot, and especially within my clients. So I do healing sessions and teaching sessions all over the globe. So there's been lots of clients coming from Europe, from the States, from anywhere. And all of my clients has been dealing with the same challenge coming up, which was all about releasing. Release the emotions that are not serving you anymore. Release the pain that is within you and that you've been holding on to so long, but you have to let go. And then obviously if fear, you can sense the fear. So I've been sensing the fear very strong around Christmas already. And like I'm saying, it is not always easy as an empath to sense, okay, is this fear actually happening within me, or is it something that is taking place around the globe, or maybe just within the collective consciousness where I'm at right now. So if you guys want to learn more about that, check out my website. It's www.annaslotala.com, and you can book an online session with me all over the globe. We match our time zones, and then we can start. So there's healing sessions and spiritual training sessions.
All right, and if you guys are curious about what Anna Slotala has going on, we're going to actually have a whole other 10 minutes of her letting you know how to strengthen not only your own intuition, but your energy, and that's going to be just right at the end of this episode. We're just going to take a quick break from that. We're going to go back over a little bit, just preparing ourselves mentally. How do we prepare ourselves mentally for this, Garrett?
Well, the inner stoic in me would say that sometimes it's important to think shortly and briefly over what could be the worst case scenario. And right now for me, the worst case scenario is 3 to 6 months of kind of what I've been doing, limiting where I've been going, spending only time with those who I live with at home, because again, self-quarantining is good, but there are people we sometimes live with, and that's okay. And limiting the number of people I'm seeing, especially for non-essential reasons. And if we can mentally prepare for that, mentally prepare for a lot more time at home, a lot more time by ourselves, and a lot more time without, constantly seeing other humans, then this is going to become a lot easier for us to handle over the next 3 to 6 months. It's good to have 1 to 2 weeks of groceries in the house as a common practice in and out of a crisis, because that's just a normal amount of groceries. Right now, we're not going to be seeing a food shortage anytime soon, so there's no reason to panic over that. Just today I was in the store, just stocking up on some basic groceries, vegetables, and stuff like that, and they just restocked a lot of the shelves, and so I was able to go in with not much traffic because a lot of people over the past week have been stocking up for 3 to 4 weeks. And so looking at that, I bring myself back to the present moment, bring myself back to where I am right now, and I remind myself of the things I am grateful for. I have a roof over my head. I've got family that support me. I've got family that I can support. Most of the emergency services and most of our first responders, policemen, and firemen are still working. So if anything does happen, we still have access to them in case of an emergency. And overall life is okay. It's just a little different.
Yeah, it's been awesome to get some feedback from people talking about the show, but also I've been making phone calls, and checking in on the people who I find that maybe could use a word of inspiration from me. Sites like Skype, Zoom, we'll see those utilized for not just guided practices, but social interactions as well in the future. Speaking of social interactions, Serendipity was on tour. Serendipity Serenade is her Instagram, and her tour was canceled, and she was rushed back down here to San Diego. Not rushed back, but obviously she had to drive down after that tour was canceled. Seren, what's going on? I know you're in the field for basically gathering supplies and getting some groceries. It must be a little bit different now to be back in Oceanside, off the road, and just kind of give us your perception. What's going on?
What's going on, Seren?
Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate all the efforts and work that you and Garrett are putting into informing the people. Yeah, my tour was fully canceled because of this coronavirus outbreak, and it's been a journey for sure. And I'm back in Oceanside now to be with my loved ones and gather some resources and things of that nature to bring back up to Mendocino, California, where my mom lives. She has a very big property up there, and it feels like for me and my partner Randy and our puppos and some other people of the community, it feels like the safest and best choice for us to be up there as self-quarantining and lockdowns are happening. So that's the update on that. Yeah, right now the coronavirus and all of this stuff is really hindering a lot of musical artists specifically who were on tour and rely on things of that nature. That's really affecting everyone in all fields of work. But yeah, you know, just taking it with strides, not letting it get us down. I'm curious about how the world is going to be affected by all of this. And as for Winco, I don't have too much information. We were just driving by, and I've been hearing about all the crazy lines, and this is my first on-site seeing of it. When we're getting our supplies, we're planning on going to Asian and Mexican markets because those people are specifically being discriminated against currently, because people have prejudices, but also it's a great place because their stores aren't getting any business, and they have the resources that are needed, especially like rice and beans and seaweeds and things of that nature. So I hope that everyone stays healthy. I'm trying to stay healthy. I want everyone to be okay.
All right. So thank you so much, Seren. Man, what a gem of a friend. Me and Garrett met Seren 2 summers ago, and that has just built a great friendship, and we have a whole group of friends that kind of gets together and works on art and does that kind of stuff. It's called the Oceanside Conscious Collective.
It is. Not right now, though.
Yeah.
Right now, it's been a lot of telecommunication and a lot of FaceTiming, but staying connected in whatever way we can.
Yeah, and make sure you guys take the time not just to spread this video if you feel so called to. We'd love for people to get the correct information from social outlets such as this, but also check out our friends Anna Slotala, Serendipity. I want to talk about my friend Christopher, and he goes by Chef Boogie Grow on Instagram. He is taking his talents by uplifting his community in the form of poetry. Here's a great poem that he actually wrote about the coronavirus to lead us out. I really appreciate the content. This is an exclusive poem from Mount Corazon. Also, he has a new book out on Amazon. It's only $3.99. I bought a digital copy. That is going to provide me with so much uplifting value during this time of quarantine, or time of, time to ourselves. So grab a good book. Grab his book. It's on Amazon. Thanks so much, Chef Boogie Grow. Take it away.
Hello there. This is Mount Corazon with spoken word poetry. My first poem I'm going to read to you today is called Boogwiggin'. Cold days, ocean waves, grab my boogie, it's time to play. Wetsuit equipped, socks and hat to fit. I paddle slow, duck dive to the ocean flow. The stoke is within. Drop knee status, I win. 15 years in the game. The ocean keeps me sane. Never give up, for the more I surf, I'm blessed with good luck. Kicks, fins aid in my swims. Paddle smarter as I go farther. Nostalgic value. As I enter the water, I feel renewed. My inner child is alive and running wild. Why stop what you love when you're blessed from up above? I'm fearless in the waves. What a great way to begin my days. I share the love as I rise above. Humility, jealousy, envy, nothing can faze me. For I have a taste of reality, so close to my actuality. Facebook followers I devour, for the essence of boogie rains like showers. This is my time in my final hours. I live, breathe, and sleep for the surf. A van I'm in need as it is my dessert. I will take this lifestyle on the road. God is my witness, this is what I've been told. Ride big, ride bold. Thank you.
But coming back to what's going on right now is, so I've been sensing those controlling issues and the fear. The fear is very strong. And for myself, I have lots of tools and I love using them and sharing them obviously with my clients to not really control, yeah, that's funny, not really control the fear, but to allow yourself to feel it, to sense it, and to release it. So for you guys, I would love to give you one of my tools, to share one of my tools with you so you can use them if you feel anxiety coming up. We have a very beautiful tool. We have a very beautiful, it's not a tool, it's our life force. It is the breath. It is prana. So anytime you guys feel there's a huge sense of fear, of anxiety arising, and especially if you're an empath and you might not know it, you might feel that it is you feeling, sensing it, and it is coming from within, but it is actually not. It might be the collective. It might be the collective that you're feeling through you, okay? There's a huge releasing process taking place right now within the earth. So our earth is raising the frequency right now. We're changing from 3D to 5D. There's lots of energy coming, lots of energy going on. And I want you guys to know that it is not you. So first of all, I think that's my most important message right now. Don't feel that all those emotions you're feeling and anything you're sensing is just coming from you. It is the collective as well. So try to step away from it and really to visualize it. And that's my first tool, to visualize when you feel fear is arising, anxiety, close your eyes and feel like you're stepping back. You're stepping back 2 steps from that thing or that emotion that is going on right now, so you can become the observer and you can really feel and see what is going on there. So you don't identify yourself with it, okay? Because you are not your thoughts and you are not your feelings, right? You're something, you're way bigger. You are a spiritual being. You're a cosmic baby. So you guys take a deep breath. That's the most beautiful tool, life force we have. It's our prana, it's the breath. So take a deep breath, right? Take a deep breath in your belly, like, and release, and just really allow yourself to take a deep breath. Allow yourself to release, okay? And don't feel any shame or guilt. We're all dealing with the same. We're all in a boat. We're all in the same boat, baby. Like, we're all cosmic babies. So there's no blame game. There's no guilt game. Just allow yourself to take a deep breath and to step away from the situation. You can take like 2 steps back if that's helping you, or just close your eyes or just visualize within your third eye, within your imagination, that you're stepping back. And then you can become the observer, and then you can really see, oh, is that an emotion that is going through me right now? And then imagine yourself, it is like a wave. So if the emotion, if you sense, oh, this is actually my anxiety, it is my fear that is coming up. So just visualize the ocean, just see the wave coming over you and taking it away. And it is a very loving, releasing process. Don't blame yourself. Just stay in your heart. It might help you to put your hands on your heart and just really feel that process, okay? So I'm just gonna sum it up for you guys. So if you feel anxiety or fear coming up, take a deep breath first, okay? 3 deep breaths, all right? Like into the belly, make a big belly, like the baby belly. And release. Feel that you're really releasing, okay? We kind of breathe always like within the chest, and we kind of forgotten how to breathe correctly or deeply, which is really into the belly, okay? So just make that big belly, breathe in, exhale 3 times, all right? Then you visualize, okay, I'm stepping away from that fear, from that anxiety, and I'm checking in right now. Is that me sensing something that is going through me, my anxiety, my fear, my emotion, my feeling? Or is that maybe from someone coming towards me and I'm taking it on? And then it's very important, we never play the blame game, okay? We simply acknowledge, we're becoming the observer, that it is there, and then we're releasing it, okay? So we're just watching it coming, and it is like the wave that is washing over you and is taking it all away, all right? So just sense that, feel that, do it right now, and I promise you, you're gonna feel better, whatever is arising within your head. It's a beautiful task. You can use it on a daily basis. You can use it every single time you feel anxiety or stress coming up. Make sure you don't drive and do that, all right? So just to make sure, like, I don't know, pull over, take a deep breath. It's like a 20-second work. Yeah, you can extend it for like a minute or 2, 3, whatever feels right for you, and just do it, okay? And remember that right now we're going through a whole big ascension process, okay? There's a huge energy shift taking place, but I see it more, so where transformation is taking place, there's first distraction, and this is what is happening right now. It is forcing the world to stand still, okay? To calm down, to take a breath, to see what's happening, to feel what's happening, okay? To maybe think from a different point of view we used to think, because now we're being forced worldwide to step out of our comfort zone somehow, to step out of our routine, which is more important. So we're not being those, machines right now, just working, doing our thing, going our routine. It's like our routine is like shattered right now, right? It's rattled, okay? So, there's another thing I've been sensing with lots of my clients and myself as well. I could feel like a huge disbalance within the root chakra. And I felt it around Christmas, starting it, and became like so strong just before it all started going like really worldwide with the coronavirus, okay? So I've been doing lots of practice for myself to balance my root chakra, because again, if you're an empath, you're taking it on. And just remember, it's never a blame game, all right? It's just us, and everyone is on its own journey, and I want you guys to remember that. And there's beautiful tools. So if you feel anxiety, fear or something arising within yourself, just reach out, okay? Reach out. I have free spots available for my worldwide online coaching. I do everything on Skype, so you just have to match our time zone and we can check in, all right? Check out my website and send me an email, a request, or just book a session straight away if you're one of my clients. Or even if you're not, if you're a new client and you just want to have that spot and you want to save it, just book it, okay? So I'm really glad I was able to connect with you guys right now, and really appreciate Beyond the Doughnut reaching out to me. Thank you, Matt, my dear friend. I hope we can connect soon in the physical as well, when the plane's gonna go back and forth again. right? Now we're being here we're in countries we might feel stuck, but don't feel stuck, okay? Don't feel stuck. It's a great process, and see just whatever is happening right now, that it is a possibility to deal with your fears and anxiety in a totally new, beautiful way, okay? Remember, fears are thoughts, and those who create the thoughts are us, okay? So if you are creating those thoughts, those negative thoughts, you can recreate it. Just remember that you're in control of your own thoughts, okay? There's great tools, and I hope this video helps you. It's like it was going in a totally different direction, but I'm really happy that I have the ability to connect with you guys and share with you what's going on an energetic level, and how you can release any form of anxiety or fear. So meanwhile, I'm gonna stay the observer and see what's happening energetically. But I believe that this might sound a little bit challenging for others, but I think actually what's happening right now is a very beautiful process, because it really forces us to step out of our routine, to see where we want to have change, you know, to see that we are cosmic babies, spiritual, beautiful souls that are way more than we think we are, or we used to think we are, okay? Yeah, so stay calm, stay safe, take precaution, and do your spiritual practice. Love you guys.